Hi folks, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Shaleia.
Really?
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Definitely. Should we do the whole video like this? How many people are going to piss off to get them to stop watching now? Huh?
Ahoy!
Today we're going to talk about amazing 5D twin flame sex techniques.
Oh boy, here we
Don't
go
worry,
again.
you'll learn how in this video. So you're going to need some tools for your amazing 5D twin flame sex techniques. You know, if you don't have a singing bowl, you know, made from pure metal and divine wood, and specially, you know, corrugated felt.
There's 7 metals in there, yeah.
7, really?
Mm-hmm.
7 metals. 7 metals, blessed by a Tibetan monk. If you don't have this, you need to get one, you know, on eBay from real Tibetan monks. And you need to ask that they be specially blessed for you. And once you have this tool, then you can begin. So let's first lay some foundation. Shaleia, this is 5D sex.
What? I was thirsty.
You need to be taking this more seriously.
This place, it's hot in here. I'd have a drink. You know?
You got a sweater on.
5D sex, it's hot. Oh god, you're
I saw you try to cover up for that one. So, now that you know it's possible, amazing 5D twin flame sex, we're going to teach you some amazing sex techniques. First, let's define the difference between 3D and 5D.
Oh, God.
3D is the everyday, usual stuff. 5D is just your imagination. 5D is like when you're a kid and you have that imaginary friend named Rex or Susan or Fufu. Or you see that dinosaur down the street and you point at it, you're like, Mom, there's a dinosaur! Look! And she's like, I don't see it, honey. You're like, oh, Mom, you're not looking in the 5D. And she's like, oh, you're right, honey. Now I see it. That's the 5D. So, in order to have 5D sex with your twin flame, you're going to need to know how to get there. And you get there through your imagination. That's right, the 5D doesn't exist except in your imagination. That's not to be confused with your inner world. You can't have sex in your inner world either. You need to have sex through your inner world into the 3D, because there's no difference between the inner world and the 3D. However, the 5D is a different place entirely. The 5D is imaginary land. It's the illusion.
Right.
Now we must have great reverence for the 5D illusion. We must pour all our energy into it, because otherwise it can't be very real at all. But the more energy you put into that lie, the more real it can become.
Right.
So here's the amazing sex technique. First, you get your singing bowl, the special one, and then... Sorry. Whew! I've done the sex technique so many times, I just can't help but trigger orgasms, you know, when I hear this sound. Now, you know, beware, after you're trained, when you hear this sound, you might have spontaneous 5D orgasms with your spontaneous 5D twin flame.
Right. So when we're talking about the 5th dimension, we're really talking about an inner space. It's a state of being. It's not a literal, like, physical, non-physical place. You know, it's an inner place, an inner feeling, an inner space that results from clearing the illusion of separation or ego.
Aren't you talking about heaven on earth?
Sure, that's, you know, when we're talking about 5D, we're talking about the higher dimensions, which means it's not a place, but it's a space inside of you. It's a feeling. I mean, Buddha taught it, Jesus taught it. When I hear about the 5D from people, they're just talking about their imagination, and they don't get it. Right.
And that's why we're making fun of you, because we're not making fun of you, right? We're making fun of your stupid idea that your imaginary friend's gonna come and fuck you.
Oh,
3 times today.
Oh boy.
No, you idiot. You're just horny. Stop. So, how do you have 5D sex with your twin flame? You come into harmonious union.
Right, you
and
come into
fucking,
harmonious union.
You'll learn your own techniques.
Right, like, by that standard, I mean, we have 5D sex all the time.
Yeah, 5D.
You know?
Not, I imagined him and he came to me in the 5D.
Right.
No! It's not a conversation like that. If you think you're having a conversation in the 5D with words, you don't get it.
Right. There's no difference between 5D and 3D. That's a state of separation if you think that, you know, there's only one reality here.
So here's where you need to start. Let me just... Very simple, right? We like simple because it's easy and clear and straightforward. If your twin flame is not here with you, if you don't know them, you can feel into that place in your heart.
Right.
You can have that real loving relationship, but you're not going to get laid that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to have a great conversation that way. You're just going to know that they're there. And you can connect to them. And you can feel that connection. And you can receive from that connection. Yeah, that's real. But don't expect to, feel satisfying sex. That's silly.
Yeah, I tried it, trust me, before we met. And I just felt like a joke. I was just imagining it, you know?
It's imaginary.
But it's different than, than meditating upon the love of your twin flame. But, yeah.
So, stop being weird. Don't be crazy. You don't have an imaginary friend unless you have an imaginary friend.
Mm.
Your twin flame is not an imaginary person that if you talk to them enough, they'll show up.
No.
You gotta move through the blocks. You gotta do the mirror exercise. You can avoid this process all day. You can think and pretend you're doing it, but if you're not doing it, you're not doing it. If you're not really doing it, you're not really doing it. And you know what you're doing. And you know what you're not doing. You know what you're actually doing. You know what you're actually avoiding. So be honest with yourself. Okay? Stop fucking around. Just do it. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. Do the real thing.
You can do the real thing. Alright,
Very
so, click like and subscribe if you like this video.
And if you dislike this video, fuck off!
Chaff! Alright, we'll see you in other videos. Bye-bye.
Peace.